Hey scholars, Miss Coil here. Happy Monday. It's a fresh week and it's also a fresh month. Does anybody know what new month we're in now? What is the month? I remember when we were on campus, we had a special days of the week and we had a song with months of the year. January, February, March, and April. What month is it now? Can you use your resource? Yeah, we're in the month of May. We're in the month of May. Let's go ahead and review today's date, all of it, all together. Today is, ready, go. Today is Monday. Ooh, Monday, I love Mondays. Today is, again, go. Today is Monday, May 4th, 2020. Say holy moly. I know, so exciting. We're already in a new month. You guys are growing your brain so much over Vista Virtual, making sure you do all your Lexia minutes. And guess what? Oh, you can be louder. Guess what? Yeah, I've been talking to your teacher scholars. I've been talking to Miss Martin. I've been talking to Mrs. Dutson. I've been talking to Miss Beasley. Ooh, I've been talking to Miss Youngs. So many of your teachers. Miss Solomon. Ooh, Miss Lopez. I've been talking to all of your teacher scholars. I know when you see me, Miss Coil, I love that you're watching and I love that you're participating, and so do your teachers. But I know you probably miss seeing your own teacher teaching you and reading you stories. So I wanted to make sure that I shared with you today how much your teachers are missing you and cannot wait to be able to see you again. And because of that, I found a really special poem as we continue our poetry unit. I found a really special poem that your teacher and I, Miss Coil, want to share with you. Are you ready to hear it? Say we're ready. Again, go, we're ready. Good, let's get started on that poem. So my mom actually shared this poem with me, and if I find who was the creator of this poem, so who wrote this poem, because it's a really special poem and they did such an amazing job, I'll make sure to write their name on the screen. So I'm going to read it out loud, and I want you to just kind of listen to the words and listen to what the poem is saying us, because we already know that poems can have rhyming words. What are rhyming words? Yeah, rhyming words are words that sound the same at the end. They sound the same at the end, they rhyme. So while you're listening, I want you to see if maybe you can find some rhyming words. Can you do that? Say, yeah, I can. Nice job. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading the poem. Are you ready? Such a good poem. And your teachers really wanted you to hear it from us. So I'm excited I get to be the one to read it to you. Are you ready? I'm going to put it on the screen right now. All right, scholars, you can follow along with the words as I read. If you want to put your finger on the word I, go ahead and do that. I wonder how this poem is going to make us feel. Is it going to put butterflies in our stomach? Is it going to put goosebumps on our skin? Let's read and find out. I will teach you in a room. I will teach you now on Zoom. Oh, I remember Zoom. I've been in a Zoom meeting with some of my scholars. I will teach you in your house. I will teach you with the mouse. I will teach you here and there. I will teach you because I care. So just do your very best and do not worry about the rest. Scholars, how did that poem make you feel? I know we've learned so much about character feelings and how we can feel as a person. How did that poem make you feel? Oh, I feel the exact same way. My heart is full of so much love. It made me feel so loved. Even though things are kind of different right now and we're not on campus and in our classrooms like we want to be, we're still learning and we're still teaching and being able to see each other virtually. And I think that is so cool. And no matter what, your teachers, just like all the teachers I named, Miss Martin, Miss Youngs, Miss Lopez, all of your teachers, they want to teach you even if it's over the camera, even if it's over Zoom, even if it's virtual online, even if it's checking that you got your Lexia minutes, because they care about you so much and they miss you so much. So I love that you are staying so determined, showing our VCP core value of self-determination, and you're here today for another read aloud. Let's get started. As we continue our poetry unit today, I want you to look back and see the two things that we have already learned about poems. We know that poems can make us feel a certain type of way, and we know that the authors use different skills to help really show us how we should be feeling, or help really describe the setting in the poem, or help really describe the noises in the poem, like our onomatopoeia, like splash, or ring, or moo. We have so many different skills that we've already learned, so silly. We have learned so many skills already in our poetry unit, so let's review those 2 skills that we've already learned, starting with rhyming words. Rhyming words in your loudest and proudest voice. Say, I can do that. Nice job. Rhyming words, get ready, go. Rhyming words are words that sound the same at the end. Good. Let's look at some rhyming worms. Ugh, rhyming worms? Rhyming worms? That doesn't make sense. Ain't no way. No way. Rhyming words. Can you find some words in the poem that we just read together that rhyme? Ooh, I know they sound the same at the end, so I need to look at that ending sound. Room and zoom. They have the ending sound of at the end. They rhyme. Okay, they sound the same at the end. Can you find another one? Let's find 2 more words that rhyme. 2 more words that rhyme. There's a lot in this poem. Yeah, house and mouse. They both end in ouse. Oh my goodness. Okay, house and a mouse. Wait, do they mean like a real mouse? Like a squeak, 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 squeak little mouse running around? No way. Say no way. We're talking about the computer mouse because we're learning over the internet, over the web. We use a computer. Nice job. Can you find any more rhyming words? I'm going to give you some time. See if you can catch the other rhyming words like me. Ready? Go. Wow, look at you, smart cookies. Kiss your brain, say, I'm so smart. Ready, go. I'm so smart. Nice job finding those rhyming words. Okay, let's go on to the other word that we've already learned in this poetry unit. Onomatopoeia. Holy moly, we talked about how long that word was. And this word is one of my favorites, and it's so fun because I can really paint this picture in my brain when I read onomatopoeia words. What are onomatopoeia? Yeah, you got it. So smart. High five. You ready to go. Onomatopoeia are words that make sound. They're words that make sound. They're words that make. They're words that make. Yeah, they're words that make sound. Okay, so I'm going to show you some words, and I want you to tell me which words make sound. Ready? Let's look at our word. Can you find the onomatopoeia that we learned last week? Which of those words make sound? Oh, I see one. Quack! I remember that after the cows were mooing, at the end of that story that we read last week, we found out that the ducks went quack. That's a word that makes sound. What other word do you see that makes sound? What other word do you see that makes sound? Yeah, click. Yeah, clack too. I know, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. It's the sound that you hear when people are typing. Okay, let's see if you can find all the words that make sound. Can you find all of them? It's going to be a race. Can you do it faster than me? Oh my goodness. You can point to the words that you think make sound. Let's see if you get them all right. I think you can. Say, I think I can. Ready, go. Rockin' job remembering the 2 things that we've already learned in this poetry unit. So today we get to learn a new word. Yeah, we get to learn a new word. The word is hyperbole. That's a little bit tricky too. Let's say that again. Hyperbole. My turn. Hyperbole. Your turn. Yeah, hyperbole. So there's a hyperbole. Let's follow along. You can put your finger along with me as well. Let's start with the word a. Let's see if Miss Coil can do this without looking backwards. I think I can. A hyperbole. We're going to read together. Get ready. Go. A hyperbole is an expression that is really exaggerated. I'm going to put some motions to that. A hyperbole is, your turn. My turn. A hyperbole is, your turn. Yeah, a hyperbole is an expression. We're going to pretend like we're writing, like the author writes this expression down in the stories. A hyperbole is an expression that is really exaggerated. We're making our hands really exaggerated to remind us, really big. A hyperbole is an expression that is really exaggerated. A hyperbole, I'm going to do it one more time, and then you're going to do it on your own. A hyperbole is an expression that is really exaggerated. Are you ready to do it on your own? A hyperbole is, get ready, go. Yeah, really exaggerated. Here are some examples of a hyperbole. Remember, there's a meaning behind the hyperbole, but the author uses words that are really exaggerated to really make a point. So the first hyperbole that I wanted to share with you is, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. That's really exaggerated, right? Oh my goodness, am I really going to eat a horse? No way, I love horses. I would never eat a horse. So what do I mean when I'm saying I'm so hungry I could eat a horse? What does that mean? Yeah, it means I'm starving. I am like the most hungry I've ever been. I know a horse is a really large animal, so I'm trying to say with words, with my expression, that I'm just so hungry. I'm starving. So scholars, our authors, the people who are writing these stories that we're reading, they use hyperbole to make the stories more fun, more interesting, more exciting. And they really help use, the hyperboles also really help us to better understand the point that the author is trying to make. So if the author said that the character was so hungry they could eat a horse, the author is really trying to make the point of, hey, this character is starving. They're not just normal hungry, they're starving. If the author said something about the character like, he ran faster than a jet. He ran faster than a jet. What point is the author trying to make when he says that? The man ran faster than a jet. What does that mean? Love that we're thinking about it, because good readers and awesome scholars always think about their answers. He ran faster than a jet. Well, what do I know about a jet? Oh yeah, a jet is incredibly fast. Oh, so the man must run really fast. Is that what you were thinking too? I agree with you. I also think the author's trying to say, hey, the man runs really fast. Wow, good job, scholars. Scholars, today we're going to start our story, Pecos Bill, a tall tale retold and illustrated by Stephen Kellogg. So we're going to start the story today, and we're going to stop in the middle. You'll have to tune in tomorrow to see how the story ends. But as we read today, I wonder what hyperbole we're going to hear the author use as we're reading. As we read and hear these hyperbole that the author is using, we're going to use this chart to keep track. So we'll write the hyperbole on this side where it says text. So we're going to use the words that the author uses, just like we always cite text evidence. And on this side, we're going to write what it means. So we're going to take this hyperbole, just like we talked about some out loud. We talked about, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. We know that that means that the character is starving. So we're going to write what it actually means based on what's happening in this story and what the author is trying to make a point of saying. I wonder who's going to be following along so carefully that when I ask a question, they're already ready to go back and look for their text evidence. I wonder if it's going to be you. Pecos Bill. Can you put your finger on the title and read that with me one more time? Yep, on that P. There you go. Pecos Bill. Get ready, go. Pecos Bill, a tall tale retold and illustrated by Stephen Kellogg. Wow, look at that front cover, scholars. So much detail in those illustrations and those pictures. Let's go ahead and start reading. Wow, beautiful pictures. That's going to really help me understand the story as well. Pecos Bill. Wow, so many cool visuals in this story. Let's get our brain to look at the picture in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's bring our attention back to the word back. And let's go ahead and read together today. Back in the rugged pioneer days, when Pecos Bill was a baby, his kinfolk decided that New England was becoming entirely too crowded, so they piled into covered wagons and headed west. The clan considered settling in East Texas until Bill's ma noticed a homesteader putting up a shack about 50 miles away. Another crowded neighborhood, she grumbled. Let's push on. As they crossed the Pecos River, Bill threw out a fishing line, but when a Texas trout nibbled, Bill was yanked overboard. He was towed far downstream, and he would have drowned for sure if an old coyote hadn't grabbed him. Her family adopted Bill and taught him the ways of wild creatures. Scholars, what happened to Pecos Bill while he was fishing? Yeah, we're looking back in the text. You read it from my brain. Way to read my mind. Looking back in the text, what happened to him? Yeah, you might already have it ready in your brain because that was crazy. Oh my goodness. What happened? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, when the fish grabbed hook of his fishing line, he yanked him so hard that he went flying into the water. Oh my goodness, let's keep reading. This is already really interesting. That new family he was adopted in. Oh my goodness. Those wild coyotes who rescued him. His new family, holy moly. Find the word by and let's get ready. Ready, read. By the time Bill had outgrown his breeches, he felt like a member of the pack. Starting with the word he. He loved to romp with his coyote brothers, and as he grew older, he sometimes played with the bighorn sheep. One day, a drifter named Chuck stumbled across Bill while he was taking a nap. He asked Bill what he meant by snoozing in the brush without his trousers, but tried to explain that he was a coyote. Horse feathers, said Chuck. You're a Texan, just like me. Bill decided to give life as a Texan a try. He borrowed Chuck's extra clothes and peppered him with questions. To tell you the truth, said Chuck, most Texans are flea-bitten outlaws, and the worst of them are the Hell's Gulch Gang. But even they would be okay if they'd become ranchers and herd the longhorns that wander hereabouts. Ranching sounded good to Bill, and he headed for Hell's Gulch, determined to recruit the gang. But Bill's plans were interrupted when he was ambushed by a giant rattlesnake. When Bill dodged the snake's fangs, it slapped its coils around him. The snake squeezed hard, but Bill squeezed harder, and he didn't let up until every drop of poison was out of that reptile, leaving it skinny as a rope and mild as a goldfish. Then, before Bill could catch his breath, he was tackled by a critter that was part grizzly, part puma, part gorilla, and part tarantula. They wrestled up and down the canyon and kicked up quite a dust storm before the monster finally became so dizzy it had to quit. That looks pretty scary. That makes me feel really scared. Ugh. I would never want that to happen, but I know that's make-believe and not a real animal. What different parts of animals did this animal make up? What was this type of animal? I love that you're always so quick to go back in the story. Yeah, look in the text, try to find your evidence. I want to know what kind of animal, what kind of make-believe animal is this? Yeah, it says in the text on page 12, and we're good readers, always give those page numbers so they can pass their step test and grow their brains. On page 12, it says he was tackled by a critter that was part grizzly, part puma, part gorilla, and part tarantula. Ugh, I know all those animals are not animals that I want to come in contact with. No way. No one had ever tangled with those two varmints, and he lived to tell the tale. So when Bill met up with the Hell's Gulch gang, they were thunderstruck. Who's the boss of this outfit? Bill asked. "I was," mumbled Gunsmith, "but now you is." Bill told the gang that he was going to turn every last one of them into respectable ranch hands, but the men claimed that Texas cattle were much too ornery to ever put up with ranching. Scholars, the men described the cattle, the Texas cattle, as being much too ornery. Just so you know, ornery means like they're really naughty. They really have a bad temper. They don't listen well. Bill had a sudden inspiration, and he approached a longhorn that was sulking nearby. Just as the bull whirled around to trample him, Bill snagged him with the rattlesnake and yanked with all his might. Cattle roping has just been invented. Bill scared that bull out of its skin with a blood-curdling coyote howl. The embarrassed creature hightailed it off to grow a new coat, while Bill cut the hide into strips and passed them out to the men to use as lassos. Scholars, I think I just found a really exaggerated expression. I know a hyperbole is an expression that is really exaggerated. I read at the top of this page, can you find the top of this page? Nice job. I read at the top of this page that it says, Bill scared that bull out of its skin with a blood-curdling coyote howl. Bill scared that bull out of its skin. Oh, just like we have skin? Did that bull really go out of its skin? No, that's an expression. That's making something really exaggerated. I think Bill scared the bull out of its skin is a hyperbole. And I know because the bull did not actually fall out of its skin. No way. It actually is just trying to show us and tell us that Bill really scared the bull. And that makes sense because the bull ended up running away. I know if you're scared of something, you're going to run from it. So that tells me that, the Bill must have really scared this bull. Let's add that to our chart. 10 scholars. Nice job. So I went ahead and added to our chart. I put the hyperbole on this side. So the text, what it said, the hyperbole the author used was, Bill scared the bull out of its skin. But I know the bull didn't really just jump out of its skin. I know the author was really trying to tell us and make a point in saying that Bill scared the bull really badly. So he was scared really badly is what it really means. Let's keep reading and see if we can find another hyperbole. Then cowboys and cattle tangled in a rough and tumble hullabaloo that is remembered to this day as the first Western rodeo. When it ended, the gang declared they would be cowboys forever, and they promised to help Bill round up every steer in Texas. Just been loving all of these illustrations. So much detail. Bill needed a horse to ride on the big roundup. Well, said Chuck, there's a wild stallion in the mountains that some folks call Lightning. Oh, I wonder why Lightning's capitalized. Oh, because it's the horse's name, the wild stallion's name. All right, let's keep reading. Others think the name Widowmaker suits him better, but no matter what you call him, he's the fastest, most beautiful horse in the world. Bill went off in search of Lightning. As soon as he saw him, Bill knew he'd found the horse for him. Bill chased Lightning north to the Arctic Circle and south to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Scholars, I know on the top of this page that I read that Bill chased Lightning north to the Arctic Circle. Did Bill actually chase Lightning to the Arctic? Did that actually happen? What is that an example of? You know, we've been learning about rhyming words, onomatopoeia, hyperbole. How do you know that's a hyperbole? Yeah, that's really exaggerated. That's really far. There's no way that Bill really chased Lightning all the way to the Arctic Circle. So let's go ahead and add that to our chart. Nice job, scholars. So the hyperbole, the really exaggerated expression that we read in the text was Bill chased Lightning to the Arctic. We already know that that's not true. That's really exaggerated, and a point that the author is trying to make is that Bill chased Lightning very far. He traveled and traveled and traveled really far distances. It said on page 21 that he chased Lightning north to the Arctic Circle. He chased south to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. And this is where we're going to stop for today. I wonder if Bill is going to be able to catch Lightning. Give me a thumbs up if you think he will. Give me a thumbs down if you think he won't be able to catch Lightning. Well, what do we know about Lightning? Why is the horse named? Why is that stallion, that beautiful stallion, named Lightning? Remember we said that was an example of a hyperbole too? Why? Yeah, Lightning is the stallion's name. It's really exaggerated because that horse is really fast, like super fast. That's why they named the stallion Lightning. So guys, today we learned about hyperbole. A hyperbole is an expression that is really exaggerated. Let's do it one more time. Say one more time. A hyperbole is, get ready, go. A hyperbole is an expression that is really exaggerated. Oh, I love how you make your facial expression really exaggerated. So we know that authors use hyperbole to make the story more fun and interesting, and also to help make their point, draw our attention to the point they're trying to make about a character or about the event that's happening in the story. Can't wait to continue this story tomorrow and find out if Bill is successful and able to catch the stallion Lightning. So we'll find out. See you tomorrow, Vista Voyagers. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday, and I hope you continue to show that hard work on your Lexia and on Vista Virtual, getting all of your work done and tuning in to live CGI, even Zoom calls with your teachers. I hope you're having so much fun, and we cannot wait until the day we get to see you again in person. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.